Let's solve a quadratic equation by completing the square. Let's solve this equation 4x squared plus 8x plus 1 is equal to 0 by completing the square. The first thing we'll do is bring this constant term, namely the 1, to the right-hand side of the equation, which gives us 4x squared plus 8x is equal to -1. Now, with completing the square, it is very important at this point to make sure that the coefficient of this square term is equal to 1. And right now, it is equal to 4. So what we need to do is divide both sides of the equation by 4. That is, we'll divide this first term by 4, the second term by 4, as well as the -1 by 4. Which leaves us with x squared plus 2x, and let's leave a little bit of room here, is equal to -1/4. And now the coefficient of the square term is 1. So the next step then in completing the square is that we take 1/2 the coefficient of x, which in this case is 2, and 1/2 of 2 is 1, and then we square this number. So we get 1 squared is equal to 1. And then we add this to both sides of the equation. So we'll have a +1 here and a +1 here. And now the left-hand side is a perfect square. It is x plus 1 quantities squared. And we've completed the square on the left. And this is equal to -1/4 plus 1, which is 3/4. And now we'll take the square root of both sides, which gives us x plus 1 is equal to plus or minus the square root of 3/4, or x plus 1 is equal to plus or minus the square root of 3 divided by the square root of 4, which is 2. And then we'll subtract 1 from both sides of the equation, which gives us x is equal to -1 plus or minus the square root of 3/2. And know that this means we have two solutions to this equation. We have x is equal to -1 plus the square root of 3/2, or x is equal to -1 minus the square root of 3/2. And this is how we solve a quadratic equation by completing the square. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.